Interest rate BlackBerry application covers annuity, compound interest, effective annual rate EAR, perpetuity, nominal real interest rate, simple interest. Annuity. So the annuity paid is 700 and it's 5% for 20 years. If the annuity is paid in advance, this is what it becomes. If it is a growing annuity, and then that's what it becomes. Compound interest. So deposit 4,000, term in years is 5 years, and interest rate is 5%, and say compounding monthly. So this is what it is. So if it is compounding on a weekly basis, this is what it becomes. If it is compounding on a daily basis, then that's what it becomes. If it is a continuous compounding, in that case the compounding frequency is ignored, and this is what it becomes. Effective annual rate. Interest rate is 5%, compounding monthly, so that's the effective annual rate. If it is compounding on a weekly basis, then this is what the effective annual rate is. Compounding on a daily basis, that's the compounding rate. If it is continuous compounding, that's what it becomes. Perpetuity. Cash flow is 700 and the interest rate is 5%, and that's the perpetuity. If there's a growing perpetuity, that's what the rate is. Nominal and real interest rate. So inflation is 3%, nominal interest rate is 4%, so that is the real interest rate. Real interest is 3.74. We want to find out the nominal rate, and that's the nominal rate. And now we want to find out the inflation. Okay, simple interest. So deposit 5,000, term in year, and that's what the simple interest rate is. With this, we just cover interest rate. Interest rate BlackBerry application calculates annuity, compound interest, effective annual rate EAR, perpetuity, nominal real interest rate, and simple interest rate. Annuity. The annuity paid is 700 and the interest rate is 3%, and the period is 5 years, so that's what the value of the annuity. If it is a growing annuity, then that's what the value is. If the annuity isn't paid in advance, so this is the value of the annuity. Compound interest. So deposit 3,000, time in years is 3 years, and the interest rate is 5%. So now if the compounding frequency is changed to say make it weekly, and that's what the value is. If it is changed to daily, that's what it becomes. So now let us make it a continuous compounding. In that case, the compounding frequency will be ignored, so that's the value of the continuously compound interest rate. Effective annual rate. So 5%, it is compounding on a monthly basis, that's the value. Compounding on a weekly basis, that's the value. Compounding on a daily basis, that's the value. And then if it is continuously compounding, in that case the compounding frequency will be ignored, so that's also 5.12. Perpetuity. So cash flow is 7,000, interest rate is 5%, that's the perpetuity. If it is a growing perpetuity, that's the value is. Nominal real interest rate. So 3% inflation, real interest rate, nominal is 4%, so that's the real interest rate. If real interest rate is 0.97, let's find the nominal, that's what the nominal is. So now let us find the inflation, and that's what it is. So simple interest, so deposit and term in years and interest rate, so that's the simple interest. So we just covered annuity, compound interest, effective annual rate, perpetuity, nominal and real interest rate, simple interest rate. Thank you. Valuation BlackBerry application calculates adjusted present value, beta, CAPM, cost of capital WACC, and WACC valuation. So adjusted present value, what we do is we enter free cash flows and we can specify the time the cash flow occurred, or we can leave it will start from 1 and then cash flow repeat. If the cash flow repeats, we can also specify that instead of manually entering those. So we added one cash flow, say we adding the second cash flow, and we add the third cash flow. Okay, RA is a 5%, present value of financial distress 3,000, and present value of tax sale, say 4,000. So we added all those, and now we know the APV, adjusted present value. Beta, using this we are able to on-lever asset beta and re-lever the leverage to come up with the equity beta. So asset beta is, for example, 0.8, debt beta is 0.9, 0.7, and tax rate we're leaving the 35%. So leverage here is 80%. We added that, so that is one set of data. The second set is 0.7 and 0.6 and 70% added. So we are adding one more data set, say 0.5, 0.4 and 60%. So we added 3 data sets. So this is the average is 0.463. And now we want to re-lever. So we can either enter the date or equity or leverage. So we are entering the leverage. Tax rate is 35%, beta is 0.8, and now re-lever. So this is the equity beta. CAPM, capital asset pricing model, risk-free rate 0.292, beta is 0.8, MRP 7.2, that is market risk premium, CAPM is 6.05, and weighted average cost of capital. We enter the risk-free rate 0.292, beta, MRP, all three, or we enter RE. Say in this case we're going to enter RE instead of, say, RE is 7, RD is 5, and we know the leverage 70%, and then this is the cost of capital. What we can also do is we can also enter the risk-free rate, beta 0.8, MRP is 7.2, and we can enter RD, which is 6 in this, as either we can enter the debt or equity or leverage. So we enter the debt and equity. Okay, so this is the cost of capital. The WACC valuation, here we enter this weighted average cost of capital valuation. We enter the horizon period, so horizon period is 5 years, and then the interest rate or the discount rate is 7%, free cash flow is 5,000, and we keep adding free cash flows. Okay, let's say the terminal value is 9,000 and debt the debt at hand is 1,000 and cash is 2,000. So now this is the WACC value. Okay, with this we covered valuation BlackBerry application. We covered APV, adjusted present value. We covered beta, on-levering, re-levering beta, CAPM, then WACC for cost of capital, and WACC for valuation. Thank you. Forward and future. BlackBerry application calculates forward or future. It calculates 3 types of future securities: index, currency, commodity. It calculates the price, value, and parity rate, which supply the spot price, risk-free rate, or a combination of delivery price, dividend or storage cost, whether it's actual or percentage, payable in months, maturity in months, or we supply purchase date and delivery date. Now let us perform one calculation. So we are doing a forward calculation, and here risk-free rate is 5% and the maturity is 5 months. So we're calculating. So price and value and parity rate. Okay, now let us do a different one. So say 60.50 and the risk-free rate is 6%, delivery price is 61, maturity is 10 months, and we paying, there is some storage cost which is 0.5, which is actual in this case. So we are calculating. So you see value and parity rate. Let us calculate an index. So index is 1103.30, risk-free rate 4.2, and maturity is in 3 months. Now let us calculate. So this is the forward price. This is the price. Say we are paying a dividend yield of 3.3%. In this case 3.3, this is a dividend yield. Okay, and now let us clear up everything. So you go to currency, so 1.7830, risk-free rate 1.5, maturity in 3 months, and in this case we have a repo rate or a dividend which is 4.75. Okay, and this is what the calculation is. Okay, now clear all this. Let's take a look at a commodity. Here 843 is the price, risk-free rate is 1.5, and your maturity in 12 months, and we are paying an actual cost of 6.8 every year. So now calculate value and parity rate. With this we just covered forward and future BlackBerry application. Thank you.